Any tips on approaching a blank page without the safety net sandbox of a framework and putting out something effective and cohesive? Is it just a longer process of writing, editing? I don't intentionally break away from frameworks necessarily, although in my shrimp club sales page, I did, just to show that I don't always do things the way I'm supposed to, but I did put in all those elements. I did kind of end up landing on each one of those elements. Like, you can't do it without the trust factor, and you can't do it without the action. You can't do it without showing understanding of what the person wants or their pain points, etc. So I don't necessarily recommend setting out to break away from the framework. I think that if you sit down and something pours out of you, like, this is how I want to talk about it, this is how I want to talk about the thing, then you do that. Like, sometimes that happens when you start with a hook and want to write about it, want to write into it, and it doesn't necessarily flow to go to the next thing in the, in the typical order. But I recommend sticking with the frameworks because they work and you need them. But if something flows out of you in a different way, in a different order or style, then great, then go for it and keep it, and then insert the things that you need where they fit. But that's my advice. Yeah, it is more difficult if you just start with a blank page and set about, like, trying to do it free form, because you do need those elements. And I think when we are reading a sales page, we are reading for those elements, whether we know it or not, like the things that are going to pull us in, that are going to persuade us, convince us that this is the thing we've been looking for, or the thing we didn't know we needed, but now recognize that we do.